everyone, Caffeine Man here, and I'm very excited to be going over this one with you guys today. Even though I know it's not going to get as many views as my energy drinks, I love caffeinated products. I've always been a fan of this product, or this company overall. This product is new. The company is Caffeine Bullet, and this new line is called Brain Bullets. We got ourselves a nootropic caffeinated product. Very excited. It's coming right up. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the Brain Bullets by Caffeine Bullet. If you want to know everything there is to know about this company, you can check out my original review right there. I go over the company information. I also tell you about this great man that owns the company, David Hellard, who is an ultimate super marathon runner. I think that's what they're called. It might be the ultimate marathon. I think it's super marathon runner, and I call him the Galaxy Marathon Runner, or Forever or Infinity Galaxy Runner, because this guy just runs and runs and runs and runs. But he is a great guy doing lots of great things for the community as well. He developed this product, so check out that video to find out more about him. And he was kind enough to send me these Brain Bullets to review for you guys. So thank you to David and everyone at Caffeine Bullet. I really do appreciate it. And the reason I'm so excited about these is that most of the other ones, actually I'll put the other videos right there so you can check out what other products the Caffeine Bullet has. They have different flavors. They have different caffeine dosages. And because he's a super ultra marathon runner, they've been revolved around that. But these two products are actually nootropics. If you guys don't know, I love nootropic products, which is why I'm so excited to try these. Let's talk about these two new flavors as well as the ingredients in here so you know how many nootropics you're putting into your body. Great stuff. So this product is originally from the UK, so the nutrition facts panel is a little bit different than what you're normally used to seeing. So I'll start off with the information on the front of the bag, which is really the most important information. But they have two flavors. They have a matcha flavor and a caramel flavor. One is called mental matcha, the other one caramel frappe, and each chew has 80 milligrams of caffeine. I love that dosage because that is always what is represented by an average cup of coffee. But they are also giving you 160 milligrams of L-Theanine. L-Theanine, in my opinion, is one of the top nootropic ingredients you can put in any of your products, because not only is it good for focus, concentration, and lots of other brain functions, it does also help with stress and anxiety. And if anyone knows that, it is one of the most famous people on the planet who uses L-Theanine, which is probably why so many more people use it now, because in an article in 2019 in Elle magazine, Taylor Swift said she uses L-Theanine for stress and anxiety. And my goodness, my condolences to her and her boyfriend Travis Kelce in that my goodness, that Super Bowl. I want to say it was like they got mutilated in that Super Bowl, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but my heartfelt condolences, because she was going to have to put up with him losing so terribly. But he seems like a really nice guy, and they seem like a really nice couple. Hopefully they can get through this rough patch. Each chew does have 26 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 5.3 grams of carbs, 3.2 of those carbs being from sugar, and no fiber, no protein, and no salt. Now that you have all the details on what is in this product, let's go ahead, let's taste it out. First one we're starting out with is the mental matcha. You don't care what that looks like. We're gonna show you what the product looks like. Looks like a big piece of gum, or actually it looks similar to the size of like a Starburst, maybe a touch bigger than a Starburst. And if this is your first video on Caffeine Bullet, these are basically chews. So it's not like gum that you end up having to spit out. This is a chew that you put in your mouth. You chew on it for several minutes. The caffeine gets absorbed through your oral membranes, so it hits you faster. Well, let's taste out the matcha one. I'm curious how this is gonna taste, because matcha has a very unique flavor, and I've tried lots of different matcha products. Some I've loved, some I've hated. Hoping to love this one. Ooh, that's hard. Might be good to hold it in your hand a little bit to maybe warm it up and get it a little bit softer first. I'm wondering if it's winter time. I have, my house is relatively cold, so maybe in the summertime they might be a little bit less hard. I am gonna probably fast forward and jump cut, but I am timing it so that we know how long it actually takes to chew. Results may vary if you did have it like slightly warmer to begin with. All right, so this actually took me a full 4 minutes, and if I recall from the original ones, they usually only took about 2 minutes to chew. So these might be a touch bigger than the other ones, or like I said, it started off a little bit harder, and I do know that when you have them in your pocket or any other way that you can kind of keep them heated, or if you store them in a warmer spot, they are quicker to chew. And oddly enough, I am getting, when I said it was a matcha flavor, I don't know if they mixed up the flavor with the original flavor, because the original flavor was a mint flavor, and I'm getting a decent amount of mint out of this one. And I'm just very, very curious if I get a wrong batch, because maybe I might be able to get like a hint of matcha, but this is mostly a mint flavor. Luckily enough, I do have a mint one to compare it to, because one of my coworkers, Sean at work, he is a big fan of the Caffeine Bullet as well. So I gave him some of these to try. Keeps it on him at all times. He gave me one of the mint ones to try out. So I have a mint one right here. I'm gonna try this out to see how close the flavor is, because it really does taste like a mint one, and I have no problems with mint. I like the mint flavor. I probably like mint better than matcha, and it's good to see similar flavors, because the Caffeine Bullet, if I had to say one of my complaints about it, would be that they have different dosages, which is great. They have 100, they have an 80, they have a 30, but they don't have a lot of flavors to choose from. So if you like the lower dosage one, which I think is the ginger one, you kind of have to like that spicy ginger flavor. And the same thing goes for the chocolate orange one that they have. You kind of have to like that one. But to go to a Brain Bullet, which is a different product altogether, it's a nootropic, I don't mind if they're going to copy the mint flavor, very common flavor. And here we go. This one actually, it's a little bit, a touch more yellow. I'm going to fast forward this one too, just because. All right, had a little laughter there going on, but the original mint is definitely a bit more minty. It's got a little bit more of a spearmint flavor to it, and definitely a bit stronger than the matcha one, which isn't just matcha. I just looked at the bag again while I was chewing, and listen, reading and comprehension isn't my strong suit. I didn't pay attention in school much when I was younger. It wasn't until high school that I started to read just a touch more, and it was like senior year. I like failed all my book reports each year for the summer reading. It wasn't until I was a senior and then an adult that I actually started enjoying reading, and I had to read more of the young adult stuff because I was behind on my reading and comprehension skills. So don't judge me, but look on the bag right here. It's mental matcha, which is really big. Mint caffeine chews. So the thing is, so I think these are supposed to be mint flavored, not matcha flavored, maybe a touch of matcha like I said, but it actually has matcha in the ingredients, which is where you're getting some of your nootropics from, probably where you're getting some of your theanine from, because theanine comes from tea. Matcha is a concentrated green tea. Lots of great nootropic benefits from matcha, but it is primarily mint flavored, and I am a big fan of it. The flavor is similar, but not as strong as the original mint flavor, which I thought was a really strong, good mint flavor. And just the fact that it is a nootropic, I am probably going to end up buying these because I love caffeinated products. I love the 80 milligrams of caffeine, the 160 L-Theanine. I sometimes have mints that have 80 milligrams, and you can kind of taste the caffeine. That same company also makes a 40 milligram dosage with L-Theanine, but I will probably switch over to this one because it's mint, it's got better benefits to it. And where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I don't recall. I always say I don't put caffeinated products on the chart, and then sometimes I do. So I may have a chart here, I may not. I probably should have looked to see if I had one first. All that really matters is the score though. I'm gonna give this a 9.1. I think it's great. I really like the flavor. I think it's solid. Also, when I do caffeinated products, I can't forget this. People want to know if you have that caffeine taste in there, and I do get a minimal, very minimal amount of caffeine in there. If you don't know what what caffeine tastes like. It's a little bit bitter. Think about if you drink coffee, that bitter flavor, but this isn't as strong as that. It doesn't taste like coffee. It's just that little bit of bitterness to it, and it's minor. I usually put it on a scale of 1 to 5, and I would have to say that the bitterness in here is like a 1, and if you're someone who drinks coffee, you might not even notice it, but that mint flavor is really stronger. To cover up any caffeine flavor, I am gonna have some water and some crackers to try and get that mint out of my mouth, and I'll be back in maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to try out the caramel one. All right, I am back with the caramel one. I'm very excited by this because when I think caramel, I think of the Werther's Original, which they're the hard candy, but there are also the other ones. I don't remember the names of them, but there's those small little squares that are just this chewy, pure caramel that you eat. And if I could get that in a bullet with caffeine and theanine and nootropic ingredients and not as much sugar as an actual caramel bar, then I am very, very excited. When these showed up at my door, I could not wait to try them. It's a touch beige, but most of these are around the same color. It is also pretty hard. Like I said, if you can find a way to maybe hold it in your hand for like a minute or two with the packaging on, then to soften them up a little bit. But very excited to get caramel. Caramel is like my favorite candy. Like any kind of a candy bar that I used to have, I don't have candy bars much anymore. It's usually caramel. If I get ice cream, it's usually something with caramel. If I have hard candies, it's usually something with caramel. Definitely a fan of caramel. So what can I say? I am hoping that it doesn't look like those caramel chews that you buy with a clear package wrapper, but let's just taste it out. I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry. I don't like to have to do that kind of stuff on camera, but I always do honest reviews. And the reason why I threw the bag was, as previously mentioned, reading and comprehension is not really my strong suit. And when I saw Caramel, I was thinking, oh, caramel, and I went crazy about caramel. I forgot the word frappe. I might have even said the word frappe or frap, and it's caramel frap. And I was eating this, and I was getting this slight caramel flavor, and then I was getting this burnt flavor. I was like, what is that burnt flavor? And then I was getting a little bit stronger, and I'm like, it tastes kind of like coffee. And I'm like, I don't want a coffee chew. And then I looked at the bag and saw that caramel frappe, and it's supposed to be like a caramel frap, caramel coffee, and I was able to get enough flavor without eating the entire thing to get you an accurate review. I hope. Maybe, I don't know if it would get better or not, for me at least, but you get a nice caramel flavor, and then you get the coffee flavor that comes in, and then as you continue to chew it, that coffee gets a little bit stronger with hints of caramel to it. So it is like a caramel coffee, but I don't drink coffee much at all. If I do drink coffee, I usually have it with extra cream, extra sweetener, usually Splenda. Used to be sugar, now it's Splenda, and it's few and far between that I have. I really get more like if you're a New Englander, you know what coffee milk is, and it's really milk that tastes like coffee, and I sometimes have that if I'm gonna have it. But that's how my iced coffee used to be, and not even hot coffee. I don't drink hot coffee, and that's why I drink energy drinks. Really, I drink water, tea, and energy drinks to get my caffeine, as well as caffeinated products, but never been a fan of coffee. Occasionally, very rarely, we'll get an iced coffee, but with coffee being everyone's main source of caffeine, I have to substitute with other things, and I wasn't expecting that from that. So when I was first eating it, I was like gonna be like, this is like a 3 on the Caffeine Man rating chart. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not caramel. But now that I realize that it's caramel frap, and it's supposed to be a caramel coffee, I can't take points away for it being accurate to its description. I always give a 100% accurate review, even if I don't like the product. When I try a grape or an orange product, I usually know I'm not gonna like it, but if it's accurate to the flavor, gets a good score, I think that this is fairly accurate to the flavor, and I did get a little bit more of that caffeine flavor out of it, but I think that it's because they're trying to go more coffee flavored. It is a bit more coffee strong than I would like, but I do think they do a good job giving you a caramel coffee flavor. And for that reason, I think that I have to give this at least 8.8. If they toned down the coffee a bit and added more caramel, then maybe it might have hit a 9 for me. But hey, David, if you want to make some regular caramel ones, like those little candies, I'm not sure if it's possible or not, because I think you need something strong like mint or coffee to help cover up that caffeine. I know how it works, I know, but even ginger, most of your flavors that you have help cover up that caffeine flavor, but caramel would be just a straight up caramel. Man, that would be so good. But anyway, I am definitely a fan of the concept. I am definitely a fan of that mental matcha mint flavor. I am definitely going to be buying some of these. I think that I even have a coupon code for you guys from my very first review. Hopefully it's still active. It is most likely Caffeine Man. If that doesn't work, try Caffeine Man 10. I believe it is a 10% off coupon, but that is if you are using the website in the UK. I do know that they have a US facility, I believe, and they are actually selling them on Amazon too. So go wherever you get the cheaper price. I do not get a commission from that affiliate link. You just get that straight up 10% off, because I typically don't do affiliate links to get money. I want the money to go to them. I believe in their product. I want you guys to save the money. So save money on their website using my coupon code, or go to Amazon and go any place you want to get the best price on these products. I definitely recommend trying them out. I am definitely a fan of caffeinated products. Thank you so much to David Hellard and the Caffeine Bullet for sending me this product to try in exchange for an honest review. Really do appreciate it. If you want to see that first review on the Caffeine Bullet, you can check out that video right there. If you want to find out about all the caffeinated products that are out there that you may not have known are out there, that is a playlist right there. Highly recommend checking that out. And until next time, have yourselves a great day or night.